All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. This is going to definitely be a short show. Y'all not keeping me to no 6 or 7 o'clock today because I really do have to go and do some stuff. Um, like I can't hardly hear myself. I don't know. I'm getting like them old men. I'm an old man. I remember I used to complain about the old men walking around with their Bluetooth devices in their ear. And now I'm an old man walking around with my AirPods in my ear. But that's because I be on the phone a lot. But yeah, good afternoon. Let's go through it. Let's say hello to everybody because we got to move quick because today's going to be quick. I got about 30 minutes left. About 30 minutes. Robert Willis in the house. What's up, Robert Willis? Good afternoon. Dina Johnson. The angel is first on Facebook. Good afternoon, Dina Johnson. Jerica Vaughn. Who just so y'all know, I was messing with Jerica. Was that yesterday? About Shahrazad Ali. Was that yesterday? I was messing with Jerica. I know Jerica personally. She's one of the people who I can honestly say I love Jerica. So it was all just messing with Jerica. I wasn't like really upset with Jerica or anything like that. But Jerica being second on Facebook, third overall. DeAndre Crosby in the house. Good afternoon, DeAndre. I don't know. Did I say good afternoon, Jerica Vaughn? Good afternoon, Jerica Vaughn. Good afternoon, DeAndre. Yissy Reed, rounding out the top 5. Good afternoon, Yissy. Good afternoon. Good to see you there. That's the top 5. I appreciate y'all, getting in quickly and getting it popping. I don't like that term. It make me feel like I'm trying to be hip, and I'm not hip. I don't want to be hip. But it's the thing that came to my mind. Anthony Prosser, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Regina Denson Griffin in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. David Herring in the house. Good afternoon. You are actually in the top 10, yes. Daryl Carpenter says he's here. Good afternoon, Daryl. Appreciate you. Did I say good? Because I just said Regina's here. I don't know if I said good afternoon. Good afternoon, Anthony Prosser. Good afternoon, Regina Denson Griffin. Good afternoon, David Herring. And good afternoon, Daryl Carpenter. Crystal Hoskins in the house. Good afternoon, Crystal. Good afternoon. Dina says she's representing Walnut Hills. All right. Thank you, Jerica. Jacqueline Carter representing Evanston. Good afternoon, Jacqueline. Good afternoon. Why are you saying her last name like that? I don't know. She kind of fancy. Like, she almost bougie. And so, even though I think it's actually pronounced Van, in my mind, she pronounces it Vaughn. You know, she got, like, she ain't, but she is kind of, so in my mind, that's how she pronounces it. That's how she says it. And even in just thinking of her voice, she'd say, I'm Jerica Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? Just in my mind. She's never said that to me, but that's why I'm pronouncing it that way, because that's how I feel. Did you change your hoodie? It looked like a lighter blue in the car. No, it's the same hoodie. Same paint on the tip of the thing. I hate when the paint, the tip of the string dipped in the paint. And now this is just a painter's hoodie. But no, it's the same hoodie. Jason Dockery. Oh, good afternoon, Moesha. Good afternoon, Moesha. Jason Dockery in the house representing Fairfield. LaTanya Chichester in the house. Good afternoon, LaTanya. Good afternoon, Jason. Good afternoon, Tria. Tria says, I'm here. Good afternoon, Tria. I appreciate you. Ron Tucker in the house. Good afternoon, Ron. Fame in the house representing Gross Beezy. And he's not ashy at all. Okay. All right. I guess that has to be stated. Ben Thomas, good afternoon. He says he's representing Blue Ash. All right. Good afternoon. Um, Mary Birch Lavender, good afternoon. She's representing White Oak. We got Lewis Talbert in the house. Good afternoon, Lewis. Good afternoon. E-Man is the lighting is off a little. I don't know what that means. And Shirley, it's my cousin. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right, now for those, because there's some people who were not on the little Facebook Live because they watch on YouTube, so they didn't hear. I was talking a little bit about Smokey Robinson. If you don't know, hold on, let me get the phones up. Because I'm open to take calls today. This is going to be a really short show. It's updating the app. One of these updates is going to stop all of that clicking and stuff. All right. So there we go. Looked like Twin called yesterday, and I missed this call twice. Sorry. All right, Terrence. Jerica. What was I about to say? Okay, Smokey Robinson is accused. He's 85, and he's accused of doing something with some people. Let me pull up the story, because I didn't actually read the story. Smokey Robinson. Let's see. From the Daily Mail. Iconic singer Smokey Robinson raged, "I am appalled," when asked by the Daily Mail about claims he sexually abused multiple housekeepers. The Motown legend, 85, then began mumbling incoherently after being contacted by phone Wednesday morning. They say he did not sound well. Okay, that might not be the best news reporting. But Robin became lucid again a few seconds later, ending the call by saying, "I can't speak about this right now." Robinson was hit by a civil lawsuit Wednesday containing a slew of lurid claims against him and his wife, Frances. The singer, whose real name is William Robinson Jr., was accused of sexual assault, rape, wage theft, and bullying by 4 Hispanic housekeepers. These attacks are said to have taken place between 2007 and April of 2024 at Robinson's 2 Los Angeles homes and a 3rd property he owns in Las Vegas. Robinson's accusers are not identified in the lawsuit. They're anonymized. I was not even aware that that was a word. Anonymized in the lawsuit as Jane Doe's say they were forced into rooms of the property and sexually abused or raped. Oh, wow. The musician, I don't need to know about his bigger hits, is also accused of inflicting a seedy ritual on the women. Oh, a ritual? They allege that he summoned or forced them into his bedroom where they find him naked or wearing just a towel, with Robinson then said to have ordered them to touch him. Oh. Robinson's wife allegedly had full knowledge of the assaults and did nothing to stop them, the suit claims. It further alleges that she was well aware of past settlements paid to other women who made similar accusations about Robinson. Oh, wow. She is said to have been driven to a nail salon every week so Robinson could be home alone with one of his accusers. Baby, you go get your nails done. I'm going to rape the housekeeper. That don't sound good. Frances is further said to have been a bully who screamed at the women in a hostile manner. Robinson is even said to have threatened to set his wife on one housekeeper if she refused him sex. What? Oh, if you don't give it up, I just have my wife beat your ass. Wow. That's a lot. The women are seeking $50 million in damages. No criminal charges have been filed against Robinson over the claims. Robinson has been on tour to celebrate the 50th anniversary of his hit album Quiet Storm. And, okay. The four plaintiffs who are suing Robinson have chosen to remain nameless and are referred to only as Jane Doe in the filings. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Walter, who's apparently one of these people who I was mad at earlier in the day. Walter says, how about quit your job if you're getting sexually assaulted? That is so infuriating. That is so infuriating. How about don't sexually assault people? People shouldn't have to quit their jobs because they've been sexually assaulted. They shouldn't be sexually assaulted. And while we're at it, let's blame the victim. If you're being sexually assaulted, it's not your fault. And believe it or not, people who are being sexually assaulted still need to eat. They still have maybe kids that they have to feed, bills that they have to pay. Now, I don't know if I would stay in a job. I don't know if I would stay in a job. But I don't know how desperate they are. I don't know their situation. And, people always saying, why don't they come forward? And why don't they do this? And why don't they do that? That's why. Because somebody always got some way to blame them for being taken advantage of. Not to be clear, I'm not saying that it's unreasonable to quit your job if you're being sexually assaulted by your boss, but you don't know the situation. And I don't understand, like me, I'm not saying Smokey Robinson is guilty. So I'm not jumping on Smokey Robinson need to go to hell for what he did. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying that he didn't. But I'm not blaming the victim, the potential victim. I think I was listening to Lincoln Ware's show and I heard somebody say we got to let go of this. I don't think they used the term that I'm about to use. This hero worship, where our heroes can't be wrong. I don't care how much you like Smokey Robinson, and I don't like Smokey Robinson. See, I don't like Smokey Robinson, but I'm not assuming he's guilty. So guess what? You can like Smokey Robinson and say he might have done it. I don't know. Instead of automatically attacking the victim. I don't understand. Why didn't you just leave? Why you wait so long? Why don't you go to the police? Why don't you this, that? Maybe all of that is because they know people gonna respond just like that. If they go to the police the next morning, why didn't you go last night? If they go right after it happened, see, they rush into the police because they want some money. Like, there's never gonna be an appropriate response. Believe it or not, everybody doesn't respond to things the same. Something might happen to me and I might be like, ain't no big deal. It happened to you and that's the biggest deal ever. Or I might think it's the biggest deal ever, but I'm just kind of calm and laid back, like I'm gonna handle it my way. And you like just freaking out. Your way ain't wrong and my way ain't right. They're just different. Well, if he really thought it was a big deal, he would have been freaking out. No. Because that's not the way he responds. Just because I really know a lot of stuff, we see stuff on TV, and people believe that what they see on TV is the way those people are acting. So if somebody would have did that, this is how he would have responded. That's how your favorite actor or actress would have responded. But in real life, people respond different. Walter says, I'm not blaming the victim. Yes, you are. It's a pattern. They're targeting black entertainers. How do you say, I'm not blaming the victim? I'm just saying they're targeting black entertainers. So now not only are you blaming the victim, you're accusing the victim of lying to target black entertainers or the potential victims. What if these black entertainers are doing this stuff? What about that? They targeted our black entertainers. Is it possible that maybe there are some black entertainers who are out there sexually assaulting people? And instead of targeting our black entertainers, they're telling on them. I was watching a little clip of an interview with, what's the girl name? I don't know, Kiki something or another. I can't remember her last name. I don't really care for her. She's an actress. I wish her the best. Just her personality rubs me a little the wrong way. So I don't really like her in that way, her persona anyway. I don't know if that's a real personality. Rubs me a little the wrong way. But it's Kiki something. She was in Aquila and the Bee, that girl. And she was on with Palmer, thank you, Kiki Palmer. And she was on one of those morning shows. And apparently she had some sort of a run-in with either a rapper or a singer. I don't remember who it was. Trey Songz, is that the one? But apparently she had some sort of a run-in with Trey Songz, I believe it was. And they were asking her, like, is you and Trey Songz cool now? And she was like, I haven't talked to that guy. And they like, was it just a misunderstanding? And she said, just for the record, no, it wasn't a misunderstanding. What I said happened. Now, I'm not necessarily trying to blow up his spot or whatever, but I had to set boundaries for myself and let it be known I'm not going to be taken advantage of. And why is it that, you know what I'm saying, just because if I say something, I got to have misunderstood something, or I got to be trying to take somebody down, or I got to be this and I got to be that. How about something happened to me and I shared that story? Because if don't nobody know nothing else now, they know you can't do that to Kiki because Kiki will tell. So what? She targeting our black entertainers too? And she didn't file charges. And I'm telling you, if somebody sexually assaults me, I know I'm a man and people think that don't happen to men, but men get sexually assaulted too. I think I'm filing charges. But she just wanted the information out there. She targeted our black entertainers. Maybe somebody need to sit down with some of these black entertainers and tell them, you can't be sexually assaulting people. Nobody targeted Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was out there sexually assaulting people. I'm pretty sure ain't nobody targeting Diddy. Diddy was out there doing stuff to people. Oh, I'm not blaming the women. I'm not blaming the victims. I'm just saying they just targeted our black entertainers. Our black entertainers are targeting these women, trying to victimize them. And it's crazy because, Walter, I believe you doing it like in your heart, you coming from a place of, I want to protect our entertainers. I want to protect I'm gonna say this, you didn't say this. I want to protect the best of us. But where are we to say I want to protect these women in particular? Where are we to say I want to protect these women? I mean, when you really think about the message that you send, if every time a woman accuses somebody of sexually assaulting them, they're just trying to target them. If every time somebody accused someone of sexually assaulting them, oh, they just, why didn't they tell right away? If every time, the message that you're sending to the victimizer is, I got your back. I got your back. Now, again, I'm not saying Smokey guilty. I don't automatically assume Smokey is guilty. Smokey may be guilty. Smokey may not be guilty. The potential victim might be telling the truth. Potential victim could have made some stuff up. That's why I kind of try to talk about stuff the way I do. If this happened, then this. If this didn't happen, then that. But it's wild. Oh, I'm going to take a side right in the beginning. No. Now, if Smokey Robinson was doing what they say Smokey Robinson is doing, ugh. Bro, I don't understand dudes who don't want to be wanted. Like, I'm going to put you in a position where you can't resist me. Not can't resist me like you're so irresistible. Like, can't resist me like if you resist me, you're going to lose your job. If you resist me, my wife's going to beat that ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand that mindset. I'm weird. I admit to it. I'm weird. This is the guy that I am. I want you, women, I want you trying to get me. I don't want to be in a room naked talking about, come over here and touch me. Oh, no, sir, I don't want to touch you. You better get over here and touch me. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy fully clothed and you talking about, ooh, can I touch you? And I'm like, girl, stop. Ooh, can I touch you? Girl, stop it. Stop. Girl, stop. Get off of me. Move your hands. Stop grabbing there. I know, that's weird. I want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy who you can't. Here's Walter. A lot of that stuff was consensual. Walter, were you there? Were you there, Walter? You was in that house watching Smokey Robinson be touched by his Hispanic housekeepers. You was there. They were having all types of sex parties back in the day. This wasn't back in the day. This ended in April of 2024. What are you talking about? All a woman has to say is he raped me now. He's guilty. I never said he was guilty. But any woman who says he raped me, you talking about, no, it was consensual. I know. That's how they do it. They was doing all kind of stuff. You wasn't there. You were not there, Walter. You already done cooked up a whole story. It was consensual. They was having all types of sex parties. These is his housekeepers. They're not accusing him of having sex with them at a sex party. What are you talking about? I know what you're talking about. If somebody raped somebody, you got their back. You got their back. I get it. I get it. I don't understand it, but I get it. Ain't y'all got daughters? You had a mama? You got some nieces? A sister? Now imagine your mama. Because you had a mama. And this is for not just for Walter, for any man who's sitting here talking about, oh, he didn't do that. He's not guilty. He that. Your mama got to work to put food on the table. I don't know what your living situation was, no, my mama worked for P&G. We imagining now. Imagine your mama had to work as a housekeeper. Your mama just minding her business trying to clean up the house, and out of nowhere, whoever it is, the man of the house, she opened up the door because she's supposed to be cleaning his bedroom, and he's standing there in a towel telling her she got to come and touch his penis. She got to come and play with it if she want to keep her job. You and your brothers and sisters is hungry. Is that what you want? If that was your mama, would you just be like, Mama, you know, you was at sex parties anyway, so you might as well just, it was consensual. You wanted to touch his penis. Mama, I know you wanted to touch his penis. He didn't have to tell you to do it. You wanted to do it, Mama. Mama, why didn't you just quit then, Mama? And your mama telling you like, he created a situation, it was a power dynamic where I couldn't say no. He threatened me. You still gonna look at your mama and say, no, Mama, you wanted it. Come on. No, you would be mad as hell. You want to go to that house and beat Smokey Robinson's A. I don't know why I just said A, because I've been using kind of derogatory terms all day, but it wasn't necessary. You would want to go to that house and beat Smokey Robinson's 85-year-old A. Even if your mama told you it happened when you was a kid and she was just too ashamed to say anything. And she knew y'all had to eat. Maybe Walter would still be like, Mama, it was consensual. You wanted it. You're just trying to take down one of our icons. Walter says, you're missing my point. I don't think I am. They're coming after black entertainers. Who is they? And what are the black entertainers doing for people to come after them? It's not just sexual assault. They're feminizing them. To the country singer Shaboozey was in a dress at the Met Gala. What that got to do with these two ladies? Or these ladies, I think it was two, it might have been more. These ladies who said Smokey Robinson sexually assaulted them. Shaboozey wore a dress to the Met Gala, apparently, according to you. What that got to do with these ladies? So because Shaboozey wore a dress in 2025, that means that those women were, that what Smokey is alleged to have done to those women was consensual? How are you drawing that parallel? Now, again, I am not saying that Smokey Robinson did it. I think I've been really clear about that, but I know how people like to confuse stuff, so I like to make it be known repeatedly. I'm not saying Smokey Robinson did anything wrong. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what may or may not have happened. Walter said, I don't even rock with Smokey Robinson like that. Then what are you doing? What are you doing? You just said it was all consensual. I don't rock with Smokey Robinson, but I know it was consensual because they had sex parties back in the day. What are you doing? You don't rock with Smokey Robinson, just you gonna defend people accused of rape no matter who they are. I don't understand it. And this is why, this is probably a part of the reason why a lot of women in particular do not come forward when they've been sexually assaulted. A few people saying he didn't wear a dress. I didn't see it, which is why Walter said he did. Walter said he did. And past this, I believe it was 4 women. I just read the story. I don't remember. I'm sorry. It might have been 4 women. But I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get Walter. And people who go above and beyond to defend. Now, I agree with, was that Nat Turner? Nat said, innocent until proven guilty. I didn't get to read your whole comment. Innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. He say, she say. We'll see in court. Hopefully justice is served either way. And that's how I feel about it, but I'm not going to, because think about it. What if these ladies did have to endure that? He's innocent until proven guilty. For a moment, let's work under the assumption that they're telling the truth. And then they hear people saying, no, it was consensual. And you just went through all that trauma, and now you're hearing people making excuses for why it's okay that you went through that trauma, or why your trauma ain't real, because you couldn't have went through it because I like Smokey Robinson. Walter says, who's next? Denzel? Did Denzel sexually assault somebody? If Denzel sexually assaulted somebody, I hope he's next. See how simple that is? Now, if Denzel didn't sexually assault anybody, I hope his name never comes up attached to that. Wow, that's crazy. Walter, do you believe no black celebrities have ever sexually assaulted anyone, or could, moving forward, ever sexually assault anyone? Because look, I'm all for black. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black man. I support black men. I want to see black men successful. Black women, too. I want to see black people successful and happy and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. But that don't mean everything that somebody do because they successful is get a pass. Nat says, maybe Nat gonna clear it up. I don't. Nat says, if he's saying black crime is highlighted in America, I can agree with that. Doesn't mean Smokey Robinson shouldn't face his day in court. Sierra says, did the stream freeze up for anyone else? And people are saying yes. I'm sorry, y'all can't see me? Can y'all see me? Am I not frozen now? Or am I still frozen? And somebody said it keep doing it. What? Apparently the live is messing up. Everything looks good to me. Everything looks good for me here. Walter says, I would call in, but I'm at work. Hold on, I'm trying to see. I do have some tabs open. Let me close some tabs. Close some tabs. Okay, some people are saying it's working. It's all good. Good. Thank you. Y'all know I don't know how long of a delay there is, but there is a delay. So I'm glad that y'all let me know. But okay, so that was that. I don't know if Smokey Robinson did it. I don't like what he's being accused of. And that's horrible. That's horrible. What else? There was something else. I know Jerica asked me about the story about the man shooting the 18-year-old. This is from WCPO. Danielle Goodman, it's the byline. An 18-year-old has died after being shot in Forest Park, according to Forest Park Police Department. Officers responded to a report of a person shot in the 700 block of Northland Boulevard on Monday just after 6 p.m. Lieutenant Adam Pape with the Forest Park Police Department sent a press release that when officers arrived, they found Jaden Smith, 18, suffering from a gunshot wound to the abdomen. Smith was taken to UC Medical Center. Pape said Smith was pronounced dead upon arrival at the hospital. According to the release, Forest Park police arrested Dominic Elahi and charged him with the murder of Smith. Pape said in a release that no other suspects were involved in the shooting. According to court documents, Elahi allegedly shot Smith in the chest after a verbal altercation occurred between Smith and Elahi's juvenile son. Family says Smith's younger sibling was being bullied at school. Smith went to speak with the family involved and was shot after knocking on the door. There was a disruption while Elahi appeared in court. Oh, that's they was fighting outside the court. It's unclear what caused the disturbance. All right. That's all the details there. And Jerica Vaughn had asked me what was my thoughts. Again, that didn't give me a lot of details, so I have to kind of speak, again, kind of in hypotheticals. If this person was bullying, I don't know that shooting somebody is the appropriate response, but I don't know the level of... Look, there's a part of me that wants to say, shooting people ain't ever the answer. And I want to say that, but at the same time, bullying people ain't good. And people got a right to protect their loved ones. We see people commit suicide from being bullied. And if I believe that you're bullying my loved one, and especially if I believe it's to the point that if this bullying don't stop, my loved one gonna commit suicide. I think mentally, and I'm not saying that I agree with it, but I think I can mentally make the argument within myself that I'm defending my loved one's life, especially if you come to my house. Now, I don't know if the person was actually bullying. I don't know. I don't know those people. I don't know if there was actual bullying going on. I don't know, if the person came over to bully some more, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I think though I fall more on the side of you really shouldn't just tell him to go away. Call the police. Something. I don't know that you just shoot somebody. But again, different people react to the same thing different ways. And I really don't think that we have enough discussions, myself included, about bullying. I'll tell you, I kind of still do. And it really is. It's not a good. I'm kind of the Walter of partially the Walter of this. Blame the victim type of thing, which ain't good. I'm admitting that, the way my mindset works on this is probably bad. It used to be worse, but I'm trying to come around. I used to think, because I remember we had stories where so-and-so was bullied and they committed suicide. And my response to that used to be, they're weak. They're weak. Because people tried to bully me, and this is where it comes from. I'll explain where it comes from. And again, my mindset has changed on that. But my mindset was, I remember when I was little, people used to try to bully me. I would not let them. I would not let people bully me. I wasn't having it. And why can't other people be that way? That was my mindset. It's a weak ass committing suicide because somebody bullied you. Man up. Or if you're a child up. You know what I'm saying? Be committing suicide, your weak ass. I don't know that I agree with that anymore. The bullies are the bad guys in the story. The bullies are the bad guys. And people shouldn't have to man up. People should be allowed to go about their day and not be terrorized by people. Like, you shouldn't have to man up. I shouldn't have to fight you. Just because you are a mean a-hole. I shouldn't have to defend myself against you because, I don't know, you wasn't raised right. Because that's kind of the way I think when I think of bullies. I think people who ain't raised right now. So maybe my mind is going, a little too far. Because I also understand parents don't necessarily know. Hold on, let me take that back. I really do think parents know. I think parents know when they raised a bully. My son was a bully. I had no idea he was being a bully. Your son ain't just running around mean, terrorizing people, beating people up, and you think he's just this angel. I guess it's possible. You know what I'm saying? It could happen. But I just feel like if your kid is running around bullying people, your kid is running around bullying people, you probably encourage that behavior. You think it's cute. You think it may, he tough. He the toughest one in his school. He'll beat anybody up. My son don't take nothing from nobody. He got a short fuse, and he this and this and this and that. He's the leader of the group. He ain't gonna be no follower. He gonna be the leader of the group. He's a bully, and he a bully, and you use all that other stuff to justify it. But your kid is a bully. I believe your kid is a bully. You may not know the extent to which your kid is bullying someone, but I believe your kid is a bully. The parent might be a bully. Yeah. But I don't know that we talk enough about bullying. And again, like I said, my mindset is changing. You're not necessarily weak if you commit suicide, but don't commit suicide. Young people, if there's some young people listening to this, don't let bullies control your life, dictate your life. Talk to somebody, tell somebody, and apparently this person told somebody, he told his parent. Allegedly. He told his parent. Whatever he told his parent, I guess his parent believed that he was being bullied. And I know people who get bullied. Matter of fact, I've had people call in this version of this show, saying, my grandchild is being bullied, and I don't know how to handle it because I don't want, to have some incident like this. We tried talking to the parents. We tried talking to the school. The school won't do anything about it. A lot of it happens at school and the school won't do anything. And then it continues outside of the school. And then it's left up to us to do something about it. And you try to talk to the parents and then the parents don't want to listen. They, or the parents, like I said, the parents are bullies. So now you're going to end up in a war with a family of bullies when you just trying to get your kid an education. You got some kid trying to prove they're alpha. Twin said, do you feel like you get bullied on the podcast? No, but I'm not bullyable. So, no. But I don't know that we talk enough about bullying. I do think there are people like Twin who try to bully me. Mary says it doesn't pay anymore to go to the parents to diffuse it. Stay safe. You end up hurt or worse. And it is sad. I've had, again, on this show, on this iteration of the show, I know I've had, I think, two parents, a parent and a grandparent, call to ask just what do I do about bullying. And on the other show at the radio station, the Afternoon Experience, I had people, same thing. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know what to do. I've tried everything. And when you get to that point where you're like, you know what? I got a gun. I know what to do now. Let that bully come try to bully my kid again. Again, I'm not saying that is what happened in this case. I don't know if that kid was an actual bully. I wasn't there. I didn't see any bullying. That's all, that'll all be kind of hashed out in court. But I know bullies exist. And as a parent trying to protect your child, what are you supposed to do? And somebody would say, not kill another child. But I'm not going to sacrifice my child to protect your child. I'm not going to let you bully my child to the point that they commit suicide so that I don't do nothing, so your child is safe to bully somebody else. I don't always know what the answer is. Twin.
Hey, man.
What's up, Twin?
How long you gonna be on?
I don't know. Probably about another 10 minutes or so.
I was gonna call you back. Thought you were gonna at least go to 6 o'clock or so.
Bro, I'm tired, man. I've been working almost as hard as you all day.
You been working hard as me. I got inventory Friday.
I said almost. I've been lifting set pieces and painting them and priming them and painting them and putting second, third coats and metallic layers and all that stuff on it, bro. I've been sanding. I've been doing all kind of stuff, man. I've been working almost as hard as you. Just, the absence of milk.
You said besides the milk.
Yeah.
I don't work in the milk department no more. The dairy.
Oh, where you work now?
I do night leader now. Supervise them little people.
Wait, did you say you're a supervisor?
I supervise the crew, man. Employees, night leader.
In the name of Jesus, help the night crew.
No, man, I've been doing it for so long. I was back and forth, and I was night leader before, and I lost my daughter. I stepped away because it was too much, and then I was in dairy when I just moved to what's that called, Finneytown Kroger's, and they asked me, and I said I'd give it a try, and it's coming along though. I can't say that because man, it was messed up.
Are you still at Finneytown?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still there.
And you're the night leader. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I did a night leader before, like I said, but when I lost my daughter and I was going through my phase, I couldn't take it. And so now that I'm all right, and they asked me, and I said, chill. I said chill, girl.
See, in my mind,
so,
that's how you be talking to the people that you supervise. In my mind, that's how you talk to the people you supervise. They come to you and they be like, Mr. Joyner, I don't know where it is going. Go put it over there. You heard me. Go put it over there. You should know
No,
where to
no,
go back
no,
now.
no, no. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it real with. I sometimes have a problem with, like, I say, hey man, I don't care what you do. You can go smoke, listen to your headphone, drink, whatever you do. As long as you put this freight up, I'm good. I say at least leave one headphone off or one earpiece off so you can hear me communicate. I don't care what you do because I know what you do. I'm not the type of person that goes tell. So if you get caught in the jam, they smell it on you or whatever the case may be, that's on you. But I don't think I ask you that you come to work, do the work, put this freight up, and you can leave. Because I try to get there, try to leave before the store open up. But sometimes depending on the volume of the freight that we have and everything. So, I usually try. But it's coming along, man. I can't say because you couldn't give me a year or two ago, you couldn't give me to run that thing. But now that, it's coming right. So
Okay.
I can deal with it. Even though, they say, 99 problems and everything and money and there. Well, with that money, you getting a higher raise or more money. There's problems behind that. But, it's part of life, man.
All
Got to
right.
go through it.
They still got them robots?
Oh, yeah, man. That thing, man, got me again, player. I was finished the thing, Tuesday, finished the taco aisle, and next thing I know, here come Barney around the corner. So I was walking yesterday, this morning, out of the leave to go home, and I looked on the sign and say, please do not block Barney. This is his area. Some paper he had on there. I'm like, what? I'm like, that thing really named Barney. I thought they was playing. And I looked on there and said, oh, his name is Barney, huh?
Well, I'm telling you, they're not playing. And Barney gonna be. Barney might take your job pretty soon.
Barney don't take no damn job. How you gonna climb his monk ass in that truck? He too damn scary. For one, I'll pull up to him. And he stopped and all. I want to kick that little thing. They tell me they pay. I said they pay what? People say $50,000 for that little piece of crap, man.
All right.
But I don't know.
You'll look up one day and Barney gonna be unloading the truck, and they gonna be like, Barney is the night crew.
He's something else, man. Come on, man. Come on. He's something else, man. Hey, yesterday, Shelly, I heard yesterday. Is she part of? Does she got a case with DCFS or something? Man,
I don't know. I don't know.
She always
Shelly.
mentioning DCFS. She act like her kids in the system or something.
She does. She said that she has a son in the system.
Oh, she must got something going on with DCFS because she showed mentioning a lot of they did her wrong or something because she mentioned a whole lot. I'm like, she must got a case or something against them or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, she
I
said
was just going on.
She has mentioned something like that.
And that wasn't her who called back. That was somebody else differently, man.
It didn't sound like her to me, but everybody
that wasn't Shelly.
seems to be convinced
that was somebody totally different. Then you was about to ask her something. She got the ooh, ah, ee, ah, and all that and hung up. I'm like, what she hang up for? She scared of. Because I didn't know what she was talking about. She went off left field. I'm like, who's that?
She was saying that the black community supports criminals.
Ain't nobody support nothing, man. It is what it is. Nobody support no criminals, whatever.
Well, some people do.
You call it glorification, man.
Yes.
That's what you call it. But don't nobody, man. Right is right, wrong is wrong. People tired, man. There was a problem when we do it. Well, y'all been doing it for 400 years. Don't act like this nothing new. When the black person, he should never did. He got a family too. Yeah, that black person got a family too. He got a wife, whoever got to go home too. So when you get caught in the jam and everything, and y'all out here killing people like y'all been doing 400 years, you can't get mad when that nigga got the gun. You can't get mad.
Well, you can get mad.
That's up to you. But but like I said before, man, me or nobody else can't. If you ain't in your right state of mind, man, you don't know. You go crash out.
You don't know.
People look at
agree. You don't know what you would
right.
do.
You nice right now on the podcast, man. You cool as hell, but come tomorrow, you might crash out. We don't know.
Well, not me.
Somebody, you don't know, man. You don't know.
No,
You don't know, man.
No,
I don't care how nice and how you neutron you is, peon, whatever you call it, man. But when you get caught up in that jam, in that situation, you don't know what's going to take place. You try to be humble as hell. I've been around that life. I've been humble, quiet as hell. I don't mess with nobody. But certain niggas and stuff you got to crash out on, man. Stop playing with me, folks. Don't do that. Go play with your mammy or somebody. Don't play with me. And then they get mad and everything when you check them about things you did. But, you know, I just mind my own business and everything, man. You never know it, man. Some people might be cool and next minute, man, what's wrong with folk now? Man, I don't know. He done lost his job. That nigga about to kill himself. He about to kill the whole parking lot. Man, what? See, you don't know, man. I've been around people like that, man. I just step back. Hey, man, hey, folks, come on, calm down. And everything I talk to, no, see, that's what we ain't gonna have. You know, on that little social media, that crazy psychological move. I gotta go. I tried to holler at you, fam. Hey, I'll get you some help. Pray for you, brother, but hey, I gotta go. So, you know, you gotta be careful, especially nowadays, man, and you know how the world is, man. It's different, man, it's totally different, man. Never know, man.
I didn't even say anything. You just had a whole episode.
I'm sorry, man.
All I was saying was, I agree with you. You don't know necessarily what you do in a particular situation. I think a lot of people, though, have an idea of what they would do in certain situations. Like, I know there are certain lines I'm not going to cross. I know this. Like,
yeah, I understand that. Yes.
So, yeah, I'm personally not going to go run down a police officer. No, I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that. That ain't going to do now. On the other hand, I got that pole in there, that pipe in my hand. Hey, this is a different story. Now, me going down there, getting in the car, no, running you over, no. I'm going to do it in a different situation.
Twin, can we be honest with one another for a moment?
What's up?
Well, no, I'm asking for permission before I do, because what I'm going to say could seem offensive, and I don't want to offend you.
Well, you do it all the time, so I'm used to it.
Okay, so we can be honest. Twin, I don't care what you got in your hand. You're not about to go shoot no police officer. You would go shoot a black man 7 days a week before you would go shoot a police officer. So it's just always interesting. I
didn't say Twin would do it though. What you talking about?
I said I'm not gonna run down no cop. You said, well, me.
I would have had a pole or something.
Right, you're not gonna do nothing to no cop with a pole or nothing.
I'm saying if I would have did it different, steady ran it. You asked, I would have did it different, steady. You know, run them over in the car. No, I would have did it some other way.
No, you wouldn't have. That's what I'm trying to say. You wouldn't have.
Okay. Keep going.
I'm just saying, it's my
experience. Okay, keep going. That's your opinion. That's your view on it.
I'm trying to keep going. You said keep going. I'm just trying to finish the thought. It's my experience that there's a certain type. Like, here's what I would say, and this is just my opinion. None of this is fact. But I could imagine if somebody did something to a family member of yours, you know, black man gunned your family member down, you're going to find him, or like I've heard you say a couple times, if you can't touch him, you're going to touch somebody in his family. Somebody going to feel it.
I've been through that, man. So, yeah, I'm just saying, if I wouldn't did it like that. If it was me, I probably would have, did it a different way somehow.
No.
Right. I mean, I would never ran them over, but you never know. Somebody got to get it, man.
No.
Somebody got to get it.
No.
I hate to say it, man. I don't care what you say. Where I come from, somebody got to get it.
No.
I don't care, man. Okay. I want to talk like that. I'm different.
I'm saying if it's a regular citizen that do something, I believe you. You feel like
I don't care if you sold $5, man.
But if it was a
somebody got to get it. It's the principle of it.
If it was a law enforcement official, ain't nobody gonna get nothing, and that's reasonable.
You got a valid point right there.
Yeah.
But you never know. But you never know what a person going through though. Anybody can get it. I don't care if you the damn president the damn mayor, whoever.
I agree
Anybody
with you
can get it.
I'm just saying.
Ain't no damn timeline on that bullet. Your name can be on it, but anybody can get it.
Okay.
Come on. You ain't no safeguards around here, man.
Okay.
No safeguards nowhere. Anybody can get it. What's up, fool? What's up, Charlie Wally? Nah. Yeah, she gonna kill you. Be safe, man. One. My fault.
Tell Charlie Wally I said what's up, too.
It's short for saying the N-word. You on break? I already know somebody.
Tell him I said what's up.
He gone, man. He got to go pick. He got his own service.
He was just talking
to
him. It didn't take that long to say, yo, the King of Talk said what's up.
And he gone around the corner, man.
He wasn't around the corner. You just finished talking to him. I said, tell him what's up, and then you could have just said what's up right when I said what's up, because you said
man,
something.
He on the turn the corner, man. Ain't gonna hold him up. I gotta go and play one now.
Turn the corner. Hey, you talk to him again.
Hey, what she said something too, man, that I agree with yesterday. I can't recall that Shelly did.
I didn't understand hardly anything, Shelly. The point that Shelly
You just didn't go. I understand it a little, but I'm trying to think. What did she say? I was like, that's kind of true. And you kept saying, I don't understand. And you said, I didn't understand what she was talking about. You hung up. But she was telling you the truth on something. I forgot what it was. I have to go back and look at it.
She was saying, one of the things she was saying was that at-risk youth don't need help.
No, I don't think it was that.
Oh.
I heard that part. It was something else. I'm like, that's not true, Emanuel. And you came back, and I'm like, no, she told me the truth about that one. Can't vouch for it. I forget. I'm gonna go back and see.
Okay.
Listen to it. I'm probably.
All right.
If I get time.
Let me know. I'm always open to learn.
Oh yeah, I already know you are. You be ready. Stop bullying people, man. Come on, man. Girl. All right, I'm gonna holler at you.
All right.
All right, man. Come on, baby. Get it.
Are you gonna hang up? All right.
Hey, y'all ATM don't work no more.
How do he not know that he didn't hang up? Who does that?
I can pay with a card right with the lottery.
Huh? He went to ATM.
What's the number earlier?
Oh, he about to play some numbers.
Probably.
That means he left the dog outside.
I think somebody took it.
Somebody took what? Why would you not hang up? And how do he not hear me talking?
Appreciate it.
Did he say rebate?
Dog food, man.
Oh, he got to get the dog.
They don't learn.
He getting some dog food and playing the numbers. You can't beat that.
Get over here. Come on. Oh, shit. Newport.
Did he say Newports? I could see him being a Newport smoker. But he talk a little nicer to the dog when he think the phone hung up. I can barely hear him. Hey, twin! Twin!
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
What?
I thought I hung up.
What numbers did you play?
Man, come on. Man,
What numbers did
I
you
thought
play?
I'm hearing somebody hollering, man. Man,
What numbers
oh,
did you
man.
play?
I can't tell you, man.
Oh man. Come on, I want to hit.
Man, go
And,
on the street and get you a
and hold
bump
on,
in.
just so I'm clear, you smoke Newports?
No, they was from some neighbor.
Okay. You strike me as a Newport smoker.
I used to.
Okay.
For the neighbors doing it.
Ah, all right. Well, all right. I didn't want nothing. I didn't want to be
My
rude.
bad, man. My bad.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude and hang up on you.
No, my bad, man. My bad. All right. I'm sorry, man. I don't think it worked. No, they took all the money. I think she took.
All right. He finally hung up. How you thought you hung up? All right. Y'all, I got to get out of here. I got some stuff to do. I got to go get a shower because I got all of this. Of course, it's not visible. I got paint all on my hands and I got dust all on my face and everything. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Oh, hold on, before I go, because I do this every once in a while. He hung up that time. Anybody got any questions, comments, thoughts? We're open for the next. What time is it? About 7 minutes. 513-717 King, 513-717-5464. Any questions? Any comments? Anything? Before I get out of here. Because I don't want people to like, oh, I always wondered this and I always wondered that. What time am I on tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Thursday, 3:30-ish. Because I got to go pick up the little baby from school. So I normally get here at around 3:30 on Thursdays. Normally at around 3:30 on Thursdays. Can you get me on the background singer radar for Superfest? They already hired the team. They already hired the background singers. CK.
Wrong, James.
It came up as CK. I don't know why, but all right. James, how you doing?
I just got one question.
Yes.
What time are you on to Thursday and Friday?
Look for me around 3:30 on Thursday and Friday. I have to pick up my granddaughter, and it usually takes me till about 3:30 to get here on Thursdays and Fridays.
So on the West Coast, that's 12:30.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I want to know, man.
All right. Where you checking us out from? Vancouver, Washington?
I live in Vancouver.
All right. Nice out there.
I used to be a buzz guy I was a buzz guy for like a long time, actually.
Okay. What was your favorite show?
I came out here. Actually, E-Man, your show.
Oh.
I used to listen to you right after the old guy.
Okay. So you're not saying like a buzz guy from like back in the day, like Sister Speak and J Love show.
I listen to all that.
Okay.
I listened to all that. I actually was listening, I think about 2 years before you came on. And then when you came on and you did his show, and then you eventually got your own show.
Okay.
Which carried me through my work today, actually, which was fun.
Oh, all right.
So I did hate the fact that you decided to change employers.
Well, I don't know. I didn't decide to change employer. I just decided not to take a vaccine.
Exactly. I understand.
But I get
and
what you're
I just got hipped onto your show now through a mutual friend,
okay.
but she could never tell me exactly what time.
Well, here's what I tell you. The scheduled time is 3 till 5 Eastern Standard Time. But here's what happens.
But you never come on at 3.
Well, here's why. This is the honest to goodness reason why I very rarely ever come on at 3. Because there's another guy who does a show pretty much out of Cincinnati named Randall Wyatt. And he does a show. And so I usually try to wait until his show is over to come on because I don't necessarily want, because there's some overlap in terms of the audience. So I don't want to pull people, not that people would leave his show to come to my show, but, I don't want to pull people from his show, start my show. So I usually wait until his show is over. And his scheduled time is 1 till 3, but a lot of times he goes over.
And what is the name of his show?
Wyatt Live.
Wyatt Live.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's on YouTube and Facebook and all of that stuff too.
Oh, okay then. Let me ask you one more question.
Okay.
Do you still have beef with Nathan Ivey?
I never really had beef with Nathan Ivey. Nathan Ivey had an issue with me.
Yes,
So, now,
because actually when I used to listen to his show and comment, he used to think I was you.
Oh.
And he blocked me. Sounds like I'm still blocked.
I'm still blocked, so maybe.
Yeah, because he thought it was you. And I kept telling him, nah, you got the wrong guy, trust me.
People be on the lookout for me so they can block me. But I'm really a nice guy. But yeah, no, he does.
He's still saying that.
He does still have some issue with me, and I'm it's all right with me. But yeah,
I know.
There's still some.
I know it's okay with you. You don't care.
True.
And I don't blame you.
But no, I'm not you, and I'm not Tim. So.
Okay, and one more thing.
All right.
Your conversations with CK, Twin, and Brent, hilarious.
Really?
Oh, man.
I very rarely get an opportunity to explain this to people, even though I feel like I explain it all the time. I'm never, trying to prove somebody wrong unless they, 100% factually wrong, and I'm trying to show them how wrong they are. Most of what I do, I'm just trying to listen to understand what you're trying to say. And so I have questions for them. And yeah, they turn it into something interesting. But I just be trying to understand the point that they're trying to make.
It's kind of hard sometimes because they tend to stall, I guess. And I think sometimes they don't understand why you're asking the question.
Yeah, because people do think, I don't know why people always do this. People do always think I'm trying to set them up for something. But my questions are always just super simple questions. I just want the answer to my question. Everything is not a setup.
Okay, but you have to admit, when you were working at the other station, sometimes you did ask questions to set people off.
Two things. Number one, you can say the buzz. I talk about the buzz. Everybody knows I was at the buzz, so we can say the buzz.
No, I can't because what they did was really a violation of your rights. And you was exactly right. They should have gave you an opportunity especially when every other company is not forcing. Like, how can you force somebody to take a shot? Come on now.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
what they did was, I think it's technically illegal, and I still get people reaching out to me like, you could sue them. I'm not gonna sue them. That's nothing they ever have to worry about. But it was wrong. But I don't ask questions to set, very rarely. Let me say that. Do I ask questions to set people up? But people do set themselves up sometimes when, when they answer the questions. And I can't just leave it hanging out there. I have to address whatever the issue is.
Well, from what I've heard over the course of, 20 years, you're not going to allow somebody to just make an untrue statement, period, without questioning them.
I try not to.
And sometimes people have a problem with that, which I don't understand why. But most of the people today lie, so that's how it is.
People do lie, and they do not answer questions anymore.
Because you have to back it up with a lie. I mean, when you tell a lie, you have to tell another lie to support that lie. So that's why they don't answer questions.
All right. Well, James.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
And James, people want to know, what is your name in the chat?
James Benta.
James Benta. Now he watches on YouTube. So if you're just looking at your Facebook chat, you won't see it, but it does come up in the side chat here.
And I told you, I don't have a Facebook account. I have an Instagram account. I don't have any of that.
Okay.
I don't participate in any of that. I think that's all stupid.
All right. I understand it.
Because you're putting your business out there for people to read and see, and then you get mad when they throw that back up in your face. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Okay. I get it.
Plus, I got girls, and I never want to see what they're posting or anything.
I understand that.
And I mean, I never want to see any of it. I don't have any of that. I don't do any of that stuff. I stay off of it.
All right.
Actually, your show is the only show that I even tune to.
Well, tune to give Wyatt a try. He's a little more conservative. But yeah,
okay, I keep hearing y'all talk about that, so I feel like I don't know what's going on. Yeah. And that's why I've been trying to find out, okay, what is the name of that show so I can possibly tune in.
Yeah, it's Wyatt Live, WYATT Live, and his name is Randall Wyatt. So he does it like I do my show on my personal YouTube page, as well as I think I have an Afternoon Experiment YouTube page. So he does it the same way. It's on his personal YouTube page and his Wyatt Live YouTube page.
Yeah, and the buzz was never going to pay you what you deserved.
That's true. That's very true.
You should have known that from the start. Once they got all of that out of you for whatever they were paying you, they were going to continue that.
But I enjoyed working there.
Happened,
yeah, that was cool.
No matter what happened, they was never going to pay you that, which I thought was crazy because between your show and his show, y'all drove that station. Like, nobody really tunes in to listen to Al Sharpton.
Yeah, people. I used to see the ratings, and no, people did not tune in to Al Sharpton. People did not tune in to our morning show. Well, when Tom Joyner was on, people did, but once Tom Joyner went away, people didn't tune in to whatever the morning show was. People tuned in to Lincoln, and then the audience grew with my show, and then
they just stayed with you.
The audience went away.
Because if I'm not correct, and I think they tried to hide this, your show was getting just as good as ratings as his show.
Actually, better.
Thank you. I didn't want to say that, but I figured because afternoon is when people tuned in.
Yes. And again, they weren't getting better ratings because I'm better. Like you said, they were getting better ratings just because people tune in during that time of the day. But then they did away with, or at least Radio One when I was there. I don't know if they've re-upped, but they stopped subscribing to the ratings for their AM stations. I think except for like WOL.
But you brought a different perspective to your show than his.
I tried to, yes.
And what happened to Raven?
Nothing. Raven's
Is she still at the show?
She's still. I know she had some health things going on.
Okay, that's what happened.
So yeah, I think she stopped doing her podcast, but I'm pretty sure she will pick it back up.
That's what happened to her. Okay, I was just man. Once you move out here, you kind of lose touch with what's going on back there.
So you're from Cincinnati?
Yes, born and raised.
Okay.
Just moved out of here, I want to say 5 years ago.
Okay.
But I was still listening to the buzz, and then I kind of just stopped. It kind of like had something to do with your quitting. So I was like, oh, I'm done with this. They tripping.
Well, I would suggest Lincoln Ware Show is still, in my opinion, the best show on radio. So I would still suggest getting back to they don't broadcast on YouTube.
Well, I actually started back listening to his show.
Good.
And that's where I heard about your show. And then I called a friend, was like, he got a show. And I tried to find it, and when I couldn't find it, finally ran into somebody who was like, yeah, go on this. And they kept saying Instagram and Facebook. I was like, I'm not on Facebook, and I'm not about to start a Facebook account just to listen to a show. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
That's reasonable.
So there has to be some other way. Because I'm like adamant about not having a Facebook account and not having an Instagram account.
Yeah.
I got kids. Like my daughters are 40 and 35. I almost see what they post. Although I kind of know they're not doing anything crazy, but you never know. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I mean, you really never know, but
well,
I'm confident they're not doing
anything. You got an
idea,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if your daughters is out there kind of out there, then you know. But if you got grandkids, that's a good way to stay up on what the grandkids is doing.
My grandson, I can just call him.
Oh, okay.
I don't have to. I can text him or call him. I don't need to.
Okay.
I don't need to see all that.
Okay.
I don't even need to see what he's posting. Because if I see something I don't like, and then I got to call them, and I got to question them on it, and then I got to make them feel bad, and then they're going to be like, why are you on there anyway?
I get that.
So I'd rather avoid that conversation because they are grown.
Yes. That's reasonable. That's all reasonable. All right.
And
hey.
I do have to stand back.
Okay. Hey, James?
But, sir, I got all the info. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
All right, James. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, bye.
All right. All right. That was James, and the phone started doing that thing. So let me close that. Open that back up. All right. I don't know why he came up as CK. But I corrected it now. And it's in as James. All right. Anything else? Anybody else? Everybody, we okay? We all right? No, Alethea. I mean, if he wanted to, I'm always open. I like him, but he doesn't necessarily need to. Doesn't need to. Let me see. He just seemed like a nice guy. All right, here's my question for the last. Cause I saw who was that that said 10 minutes. Brent.
That was not me. That was not me sounding like Morpheus from the Matrix.
He did not sound like Morpheus from the Matrix.
He was talking a little bit slower and how are you doing today? Now, and I would not call in and to give myself big ups for the wrestling report. That's not me. No,
it was not you. He did talk slower, but I saw Jerica Vaughn mention in the chat. It sounded like maybe he at one point he had a stutter, and he has learned that you stop and you speak slow. Because this is what someone who used to have a stutter told me: you stop and you speak a little slower, and then you can control the stutter a lot better. So that sounded to me like that was the reason why he was speaking slower.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But a couple of times I was listening, like, oh, damn, that does sound a little bit like me. So I just wanted to call in and say, no, it was not me, because there was another Facebook dude, I can't remember his name, that I always have to call in and let everybody know that he wasn't me. And
yeah,
I
there is someone else that sounds exactly like you, but I can't think of who it is either.
Yeah, I can't think of it. But that was it. I wasn't going to call in until I heard him, and then I saw the comments.
Right.
I'm like, oh, no,
I got a question for you.
I got to clear this up.
Do you remember back in the day when people used to put people in a sleeper hold and then they would win the match, but they had to wake them up?
Yes. Where the guy would just be laying there and the referee like, wake him up, and then they would slap him between the shoulder blades.
Yeah.
That was classic. They don't do that anymore.
They don't do that anymore.
They would jump up and everything and act surprised. It's just hilarious.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. And I saw one little wrestling thing. I saw, because there's nothing like a good comedy wrestling match.
Right.
It was a guy wrestling a bear. Why, I don't know. But, a guy in a bear costume. Well, the guy puts him in like he's about to set him up for the pedigree, but he pulls out this bag of gold medal flour, we're going to call it, puts it on his back, and then snorts the flour off and hits him with the pedigree, and then pins him 1, 2, 3. So it's like Cocaine Bear, that movie that came out a couple years ago.
Because I saw that clip, and I didn't understand it, but now I understand it. Okay, Cocaine Bear. Okay.
Yes. Cocaine Bear, yes. That was crazy. But, and also there's supposed to be another round of layoffs that are supposed to be coming up. So watch out for that in the next couple of days or so. But that's all I got. I just wanted to clear that up.
All right. Brent, I appreciate you.
All right.
513. No, let me close that and open it back up because it's doing that thing. 513-717-KING. I saw somebody say, just take it to the top of the hour. It's only 5 minutes. I can do that. Mary says, I remember that. It was funny. And sometimes they would just lay there and they would twitch. And then the ref would have to force the wrestler to go over and make them wake them up. Entertaining stuff. Y'all don't know what y'all was missing. James?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to clarify. Yes, I do have a speech impediment.
Okay.
I've had it since I was 5.
Okay.
So no one can say anything that I have not heard before.
Okay.
And that's why I don't care. At the end of the day, I don't care.
Well,
because most people aren't going to say it to my case.
Well, but see, as we are a family, I think now, when people know, when people see it and they understand it, they just understand it. And, with family, you understand family and you respect it. So,
yes, but and I do respect the fact that you were able to figure that all out.
All right.
But yes, I just want to clarify, yes, I do have a speech impediment, and I really try not to ever call in other shows. I think we had this conversation when you was at the bus.
Well, I want you to know that you are welcome to call here anytime and participate in the conversation.
I know, and actually, you've always been cool towards me, so I have really no problem.
All right. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
And I talk low because I'm at the job.
And that's reasonable, too. All right.
People be like, what is he laughing at? But okay, man, I'm out.
All right, thanks. All right, that was James. Oh, Alethea, I hit the wrong button. Alethea and Blade, go ahead. Y'all can call back in. Whichever call first, I'll take that call. I meant to hit the answer button, Alethea, but I hit the wrong button. So I apologize for that. It was not intentional. Not avoiding you. Ibadathia said, any new First Amendment artists lately? Yes. But let me grab this phone. Alethea.
Hello, Eli. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Every time I call you Eli, somebody is in your chat like, why did she call him? It makes me laugh. But I want to ask you, why do you only do in Ron's voice, like, why do you always do the college trickery with his brain and nobody else's?
Huh?
Like, he's part host of the show, and I think you should start calling him versus him calling you. If you allow a call like that, you should call Ron and allow him to host the show with you every day. Do you remember he said that he's not on you playing mind tricks with him. He said you play college mind tricks on him.
He did say that. I didn't know what that meant then. I don't know what it means now. But Ron is welcome to call anytime he wants to call.
Well, you should start calling him. Because he does his part of the relationship, and I think you need to put in just as much as Ron and start calling him.
Well, I'm not going to do that, but he's very much welcome to call.
Yeah, so you should start, tricking everybody else with that college trickery, that you do. I'm still trying to get him to, kind of go in on it so I can understand what that meant, but it seems like you did it. You're guilty of it, so I'm going to just go with it.
I don't know what I did. All I do is ask questions to hopefully make sense out of whatever it is that we're talking about.
I mean, you allow him to argue with himself. And I think that is just so wrong. Like, at least put up a fight, to make it seem like it's an even playing field. But you just let him go on and argue with you. I think you like it, though.
I do. I always enjoy it. I learn stuff all the time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's good. It's good hearing from you. I had to call in. I was like, if you allow that call, I'm sure you would like to hear from Ron before the evening's over.
All right.
I'm sure. I'm sure you got the number locked in. Just go ahead and call him.
Alethea, I appreciate your call.
All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. That is Alethea. Sorry, Blake. She rang before you rang. So if you want to call back, I will take your call. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. Let me see. People still asking about Eli. I'm trying to give Blade an opportunity to call because he's called a few times, and I want to take his call. I do want to take his call. But Ibadathia said, any new First Amendment artists lately? Lately, I've been watching Kansas City Accountability. I like the stuff that he's doing. I've seen some police interaction videos. There was one that I thought, and I was like, I'm gonna save it and then play it on the show, but I never got around to it. It's along the lines of when we were having the conversation about whether or not you should give someone, just because a police officer says they want your ID, whether or not you give it to them. Let me get Blade in here. Blade.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
Pretty good. Hey, man, I just want to say, man, even though Brent called in, but that could be Brent's twin.
They do sound a lot alike.
Yeah, I mean, because your boy, he said he was at work, but it sounded like he was laying down talking to you.
He was at work, so I get, sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. He said he was at work, but it still sounded like he was somewhere at work laying down talking to you.
I don't know about that. You can't just be openly, having a conversation like that. He could
have been taking a break, relaxing somewhere. Yeah, man, but that Brent got a twin.
All right. What are your thoughts on the situation that's going on with the officer shooting the young man and then the young man's father running down the other officer? What are your thoughts so far?
I have no either or opinion about it. I think we have become a society of average people being commentators of everything. Some things are just need to be left alone and just let facts and actions take care of it. They all have their day in court and let them take care of it. I think we got too many, and that's but also, I mean, radio is about dead. Internet talk shows about to die out because everybody is a professional now. You got all these people talking about relationships. Everybody trying to, as the last caller. Now we are trying to, I forgot the word, we are trying to criticize what people say and think now. It's all exhausting. Everybody's trying to tell people how to think and how to talk and what they should say and what they think. The same dealing with Black Talk Radio has hit the internet. That's why Black Talk Radio is dead now. Now all that has come to the internet, and it's killing the internet because every damn body are professors now. Everybody think they can tell everybody what to do. Everybody in every other show is a relationship show, a politics show, and if you vote for Trump, you're being demonized by your own people.
And you should be.
Just not really. You got two people to vote for, and you can vote for whoever you want to.
Very true.
But black people are sounding like the Klan if another black person voted for that white man. And then when your girl was on Lincoln show the other day, you had heard all the black old men sounding like old ass women going against her. What she was saying.
Well, but what she was saying was a lot of it was really nonsensical.
Well, she was doing that for shock jock. She already knows she can get a rise out of people. That's why she did it.
That's true.
And that's why she was laughing at them. And what's bad about it, she been coming on there for years, and people don't know that she do that just to get a rise out of people. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny now. This is my own opinion. How can she talk about people's relationship and talk about what the church should do when she been through two men. So you trying to tell us what to do and how to in relationship, but you can't keep your husbands alive. She been through two dudes and they died.
Well,
So
she don't have no say over that. She didn't murder them. Like, people die.
Shit, we don't know.
What do you mean you couldn't keep your husbands alive?
Shit, we don't know. You know, I mean, people do anything for money now. I mean, and the insurance thing is a big thing now. Little short dude, his girl killed him for the insurance money.
What little short dude?
We used to be on different strokes.
Gary Coleman?
Oh boy, yeah. What you talking about, Willis? Yeah, your boy. She finished him off, pushed him down the steps, and killed him.
Well, now you don't know what happened.
Hey, man. Old boy said if he died, it was his wife.
That is a case where if you have to say that, you should probably leave. Like if I'm on here, Blade, talking about if something happened to me, if I die, Mrs. Livingston did it. Just so y'all know, if something happened, Mrs. Livingston did it. You know what? It's time for me to leave Mrs. Livingston.
Let me ask you something. It's so easy for you to say that, but how long did it take you to leave your first wife, all the shit she put you through?
Well, that was a little different because there were kids involved, and I had to be there for my kids.
Okay.
Gary Coleman didn't have no kids with that woman.
Huh?
Gary Coleman didn't have no kids with that woman.
Did he have kids?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if he could. I don't know if he could have kids or not because he didn't have no kids. Did he?
No, that's what I'm saying. He did not have kids, and he was the primary breadwinner.
Yeah.
So if you are afraid that your wife is trying to kill you, and you ain't got no kids with her, and you're the primary breadwinner, put her out or leave.
It's easy easy for someone to tell somebody else that. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he didn't think she was really trying to kill him.
Then why would he say, if something happened to me, she killed me? I don't know that he said that. You said that he said that. And if he said that, that means he thought she might kill him.
Well, he probably thought back in his mind that she was trying to, she wasn't really, but people have to go through stuff to really find out, you know what I'm saying? To go through the major thing.
If you say so, look, I don't believe Mrs. Livingston trying to kill me, but if I thought she was, I would be out.
It's easy for you to say that.
That's not.
You know you love your wife, and you were saying your mind was playing tricks on you.
Not if I believe she's trying to kill me.
I'm just messing with you, man. Okay, then, man. It's been real, man. But this average people trying to critique average people because they think they professors and psychiatrists now.
May I make a suggestion to you?
Go ahead.
As people, that's what we're supposed to do. It's wise. It's wise to look at other people's goings on, their triumphs, their losses, the good decisions, the bad decisions, and while we always say you don't know what you would do in that situation, a lot of times that's because we've never thought about what we would do in that situation. And so I think as a society, not just as black people, but as a society, we're supposed to, or it's wise, I would say, to look at people's experiences and prepare yourself for those experiences. So when you do find yourself in a situation or in a similar situation, you've already thought it out. So you're not just trying to make up something on the fly in the spur of the moment. You've thought, here's the wise thing to do if that happens. I don't think that that's something that people should stop doing.
Well, I think people. I mean, that sounds good. That's your opinion, but I think people should mind their damn business and handle their own backyard and leave people alone. I mean, because now what you describe, people trying to play little gods. You know, I mean, as you said, and we all know, people know right from wrong. Let them decide what they want to do with their life, because it's only one God, and all these little gods down here, like I said, trying to tell other people what to do. They need to get their house in order, get their shit right. They house is probably messy as hell, but they trying to tell somebody else what to do, and that's the problem. I mean, it's just like you're married.
All right.
How can somebody tell you about your marriage when they ain't fucking married?
But
I mean, that's the
But here's what I'm saying. They may not be able to tell me about my marriage, but they may be able to look at my situation and say, "Oh, if I'm in that situation, here is what I think is probably the best thing to do." So then once they come up on that situation, because they're not trying to tell me what to do. They're commenting on what they see, which is to some degree just working out the probabilities in their head in advance. So when they get married, if they see the same signs that they noticed in my marriage that were not good, they can say, okay, I've thought about what I would do in this situation. And, they're not starting from zero. They've already contemplated. I think that's wise.
That sounds good, but once again, if a person never been married, they never been through your experience, how in the hell can they tell you about marriage? That ain't wise.
But I don't think that's what anybody's doing.
I wouldn't listen to nobody never been married, don't have a relationship. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
But who do you hear doing that?
Shit, who ain't? How many people on the internet that's not married trying to give relationship solutions?
I don't know that they're giving, if they've never been married, I don't think they're necessarily giving marital advice, and anybody can give relationship advice because almost all of us have been in relationships.
The ones I see, these cats ain't married, ain't been in relationships. Like Kevin Samuels, he was he was kind of decent. He said he'd been married a couple of times, but some of his advice was kind of fishy, because he was really talking about older cats getting with young chicks, and that kind of threw me off of him. That kind of, that weird stuff,
All right.
Okay then, man.
All right. Hey, I appreciate you.
Don't listen to people that don't have the experience, man.
All right.
Yeah, peace out, bro.
All right. I'll listen to anyone. Now, listening and doing what they suggest, they're not the same thing. But you never know. Somebody might have not experienced the thing, but they've just thought it out. And in theory, what they say, which is, again, all in theory, may be the best for your situation. It may be the best for your situation. I tell this story, and it's a true story. I was working for the Buzz. Donald Trump was the president, and they were trying to do something. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it had to do with immigration. But I had left work in the middle of the day to pick something up, and then I was going to go back to work. And I'm driving, and I had tuned to Rush. No, I don't think it was Rush. A conservative talk station. I don't remember if it was Rush. I think it was, but I'm not 100% sure. And there was a guy who called in, and he said he's never been the president, He's never held a political office. He was just a guy. And he said, if the president really wants to do that, whatever that was, what he needs to do is declare a state of emergency which would then give him the power to do that. And the guy that was on the radio, who may or may not have been Rush Limbaugh, said, you know what? I never thought about that. I'm going to call the president and I'm going to suggest that to him. And either later that evening or that next day, the press secretary was given a press conference saying the president's going to declare a state of emergency and then he's going to do whatever it was that they were talking about. I say all that to say, you don't always have to have been in a situation to give, thoughts on the situation. And for your thoughts to actually be good, the thoughts that no one, maybe someone else thought of it, but nobody verbalized it and it got to the right person. I'm going to tell you, conservative radio is good for that. They don't take a lot of calls. But they're using their platform. Yeah, for fun and laughs and all of that kind of stuff. But they're openly strategizing. They're listening to each other. They're working through things. Now, they're at the same time, there's a lot of propaganda and all of that kind of stuff on there. Them, convincing each other that, their racist ideals are not racist and they're good. And them convincing each other that, yeah, I know you don't like black people because they're not likable. And you're not a bad person for saying that they're not likable. They do a lot of that stuff. But they talk about stuff just like we talk about stuff. They try to come up with solutions just like we try to come up with solutions. They talk relationships just like we talk relationships. And it's not, oh, them white people talking about relationships. Like, no, they trying to listen and learn. Like, they're trying to learn. They're trying to figure it out just like we are. So I don't agree with Blade that people shouldn't talk about stuff. Well, just don't even talk about it. Just let the court system work itself out. Who does that and where? And he was kind of saying like black people, like who does that and where? You can go all over this country, up and down the dial, as talk stations, and they're all talking about stuff. If there's when Trump was in court, guess what they were talking about? Trump in court. They wasn't like, we're not going to talk about this. We just going to let the system play itself out. Why discuss it? They didn't do that because that's not natural. When whatever it is, if something big happened in the family, people talk about it. And if something big happened in the city, people talk about it. Something big happening in the country, people talk about it. Something huge happening in the world, people talk about it. It's not reasonable to tell black people, don't talk about stuff that's going on. Just sit in silence and watch. That's not reasonable. I reject that as advice. I reject it wholeheartedly. All right. Anything else? Now y'all done had me here till almost 6:30. Anything else? Anything else? Anybody? We all good? We all good? Y'all, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all's patience with my schedule.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Hello.
Yes.
Hey, brother, how you doing? I had to catch you before you got off, man. I seen you in the car earlier, man.
Oh, did you?
Everything good with you?
Yeah, everything is good. How are things with you?
Man, it's going good. I have a really itchy stomach, man. I ate some chicken breast the chicken breast with the white rice and Taco Bell, man.
What?
Eating crazy out here. I ate some chicken breast with the white rice.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. You out of Asia. What you eat for lunch, homie? You had a sandwich or you went to the little joint?
I'm sorry, I can barely understand what you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. It's just it's hard to understand you.
I got you. What about now?
Okay, sure.
Do it sound better?
Yes. Yes, it sounds better.
God.
But,
I'm
so
sorry.
what were you asking me?
No, I said, what did you eat for lunch? Did you pack your lunch or did you eat on the street?
I didn't eat on the street, and I didn't pack my lunch. I stopped at Wawa.
So that be...
And
now, how was Wawa? Talk to me, please.
What?
How was Wawa? I've never been there.
It's just a convenience store, and they have, some hot food. Like, you ever been to one of them places in the black community where it's a gas station, and then you go in and it's a convenience store, and then there's some people in the back frying chicken, and you can buy some chicken and stuff?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
That's what Wawa is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just they sell a little bit more than chicken.
But they looking to look good.
Huh?
Now, have you been to the spot, the Beaver place?
Yes, I've been there too.
The Beaver.
Buc-ee's.
That is, yeah. Do you like Buc-ee's?
Again, I'm not fascinated with any of these gas stations / convenience stores, no matter how much. They have some hot food in there and some merchandise on the other side, but it's a gas station / convenience store. I'm not all that blown away by them. I don't understand the fascination with them. But the fact that they were in Liberty Township, I was on my way home and I said, you know what? Let me stop and get one of these little 4-inch, or I think it's a little tiny 4-inch hoagie. Because I hadn't eaten anything all day, and it was like $2.90, and I bought it and I ate it on the way home, and it did what it was supposed to do, put a little something on my belly. My stomach ain't been growling super crazy today, because I put something on it on the way home.
With you, man. All right. How much did you say the hoagie cost?
It's like $2.90.
Oh, okay. So that's not bad at all.
No,
that's
it was
like
a tiny hoagie,
2020 price.
No, but it was it was like a 4-inch. So I didn't need like a foot.
Oh.
I just needed just a little snack to eat to, put something on my stomach because I hadn't eaten all day.
And that's fascinating. So you put Buc-ee's, Speedway, and Wawa's all in the same boat.
Well, not necessarily Speedway, because they don't have like a section where you can purchase hot food, like fresh cooked hot food in Speedway. But like that place up on the corner across from where Cincinnati Gardens used to be. I can't remember those cross streets right now. But there's a place there. You can get gas. You can go in. It's a convenience store.
Yeah.
And I know they used to sell chicken. So you can go get you
Oh my
some
God,
chicken.
that place.
It's the
You
same
brought up
concept.
some memories right there, Livingston. But that's why I say I got a penitentiary stomach, because I can eat all these ridiculous foods like a sandwich out of the vending machine. See, those destroy people's stomachs, not mine. You know what I mean? I can eat out of the vending machine, hoagie, meatball hoagie. It don't do nothing to me. You hear me? I got my, and like today I had chicken breast with the white rice and the green beans.
Okay.
It's like Jamaican. You know what I mean? And then through a taco, the coworker bought me a grilled steak taco burrito. They don't even go together. Listen.
Okay.
That's how I'm eating out here. Yep.
Okay.
I had to call you and let you know how it is, man. I appreciate you and your platform. What did you cover today? Did you talked about everything?
I talked a little bit about Smokey Robinson.
Yeah. Please let me hit on that Smokey. What did you say about Smokey?
Well, how about you just tell me what you think about Smokey?
Well, I think after each allegation and each
What?
accuser, I believe that I am being proven right since I've been defending these guys from the jump. Way back when. Shannon Sharp, Mike Tyson, Tupac Shakur. He's just another long line of celebrity getting accused, but not necessarily guilty. They are taking these legends down. They are taking them down one by one. And now I think it's obvious, and I think even you can see the pattern. What's your opinion?
No.
'Cause I didn't.
What I see is potentially
Okay.
a lot of wealthy, well-known, in the cases that we're talking about, black men potentially taking advantage of that position to take advantage of people. And that doesn't sound unreasonable to me, that wealthy people who are well known and celebrated would take advantage of those things to take advantage of people.
Yes, and the other way around, how about it don't sound too far-fetched that wealthy black men would be taken advantage of because people would automatically assume that they're guilty because they are black. That's why the prison system is 90% black. So it's easy to accuse these guys of crimes such as sexual assault.
I agree.
See what I mean?
I agree. It's easy to accuse, and I don't. Well, I'm sure there are some people who automatically assume they're guilty. I don't automatically assume they're guilty, but I don't automatically assume that they're the innocent victim either, because they have the means and the knowledge to put things in place to protect them. And if they choose to not do that, that's on them. They should have. But it's just because they're accused doesn't mean that they're guilty. That I'll give you.
Exactly. And how many vagina takers do you know? I know zero.
Hold on, how many what?
But all the vagina takers do you know?
I don't think I personally know any.
Thank you.
But does that mean that they don't exist?
But when you get...
Hold on. Does that mean that they don't exist?
Not at all. That does not mean that at all. But it does mean that we know who we are, and we know that we get accused of false allegations every day, B. So
no, hold on, stop. I don't get accused of false allegations every day. Who do you know who gets accused of false allegations every day?
You was in court for assaulting the lady.
That happened once. That happened to me once.
Right. So how many times? So that's one. Now multiply that to all the other people. That means it happens every day, sir.
No.
If you was accused, how many other false accused?
Hold on.
Jesus, do the math.
Hold on, CK.
Okay.
I will agree. I thought you were saying that you know people who get accused of false things literally every day. So that was just me just mentally checking out.
Yeah, I was just saying us.
Hold on,
I was saying if it was you.
Hold on, can I correct myself? So
yes, sir.
I get what you're saying. There are people who get accused of things probably every day that they did not do. That's true. But there are probably people who do things every day that never get brought to light as well.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's what I'm saying. I don't never deny facts. But I just want you to understand that they have been doing, especially when you got a guy like Bill Cosby. His whole thing was the fatherhood, the education.
That brother admitted. Bill Cosby admitted it.
Yes. And you said Kobe Bryant did also, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
what are you saying? I don't even understand what you're saying. What are you saying?
Admission is not proof of guilt, and we know this facts, man. He's a human just like me and you. He can say anything. Stop acting like he is God, and his word is thou. It's not thou.
When I was falsely accused, I did not admit it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're one person. But how many falsely accused people did admit it? Central Park 5 got him.
How many?
He's not getting up, Jim.
Wait. How many well-connected, wealthy, famous, celebrated people admit to guilt and very well educated admit to guilt when they're not guilty?
Stephen A. Smith did it in front of the world. Remember?
No, I
Remember?
don't. What did he admit to?
Okay. He said, women, stop hitting these guys too. You got to stop hitting on these guys too. It goes back and forth. Then the next day he said, I was wrong.
That's not
He
admitting
admitted
to
being
guilt.
wrong. Admitting
That's
guilt.
not
That's
admitting
wrong.
guilt. It's
Okay,
saying that
I
you're
tried to get
wrong.
you.
I have said I'm wrong on so many occasions. I've never admitted to raping nobody.
Right. But like you said, you don't have a dead son. You can't put yourself in everybody's shoes, man. It don't work like that. I'm saying, stop trying to act like you can relate to these guys like a Sharp or a Cosby. You don't know what it feels to do a day in their feet.
Wait.
You,
I'm only slightly confused. I said I've never admitted to rape. Hold on. I said I've never admitted to rape. And you said, but you don't have a dead son. What does having a dead son have to do with admitting to rape?
Because they showed you what they could do. Who you want to lose next, Livingston? We took your son. Who next? Yeah.
What does that have to do with admitting that you raped somebody if you didn't?
Because you see what they made Kanye West admit to last week? His own cousin. He admitted to his cousin.
I don't. Okay, I'm totally lost in this conversation now. Okay.
Yeah. You know I love the platform, but hey. But yeah, hey. Man, I'm going to listen, man. Much love to the platform, man. Thank you for having me on. You know my mind gone, soul is lost.
All right.
But I still pray for your family. Thank you.
All right. Same here. I pray for you. Hold on. Let me shut the phones down. Nat says, when did Kobe admit it? We keep going through this. And I try to make it make sense to people, even though people can't accept it because they love Kobe. Hey, I misspelled Wednesday. People can't admit it because they love Kobe. But anytime you say, I could see how she could have thought I was raping her. To me, that's an admission of rape. I've been with a woman or two. And I couldn't see how any of them ever thought that what we were doing was rape. And so if you say, yeah, I've been with some women, but when I think back on it, I could see how that one thought I was raping her. Then guess what? You was raping her. Because if she didn't say no, then, or find some way to communicate to you that this was unwelcome, then how could you see her thinking that it was rape? Kobe said that. Kobe Bryant said that. To me, that's an admission all day. That's an admission all day. So any of y'all who can say that, like, hey, bro, I saw you with that girl last night. Yeah. What happened? Man, we went back to the room and, I know you knocked the boots, cuz. Yeah, I did. All right. Hey, cool. That's good. But I could see where she could think I was raping her. What? What did you just say? Like, yeah, we had sex, but I could see where, if she looked back on this, she could think she was being raped. Did you just... All right, y'all. I gotta get ready. I gotta get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I still gotta get some soundproofing put right over here, because I still hear that tone. Do y'all hear it sometimes? Ooh. Y'all hear that? I gotta get some soundproofing put right here. Mary says, a man know when he forces himself on a female. It's rape. Yeah, he know. Yeah. Now, again, I don't know if Smokey Robinson did what he's accused of. I had to say that again. I'm not saying Smokey is guilty or anything like that. Not saying that. But if he is, that's nasty. That's nasty. Get a lady that $50 million and just move on. Y'all enjoy yourselves. It's a wonderful day out. Even though I'm not going back out there, I'm tired from all of that painting and moving stuff and all that kind of stuff. But y'all get out and enjoy, unless Mrs. Livingston want to go somewhere. If she want to go somewhere, then we going somewhere. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy this weather. And as always, be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time. I'm out, y'all. Oh, hold on. If I come in tomorrow, because I wanted to ask this question, and it's just a question for, think about this for tomorrow. All of y'all who are former Buzz listeners. And James actually brought this to my mind. I think back on all of so back from the beginning of the Buzz. Think about Nate Livingston, Lincoln Ware, Jay Love, Jerry Tolliver, Ayanna James, Kim Zahn. I'm trying to think of all of the women on Sister Speak. Lisa K. Crawford, Jules. I'm drawing blanks on some names. Gene Galvin, Big Daddy, Edna Howe Parrish. Who else? Perrin Burse, Jim Klingman, Sean Darks. I'm drawing blanks on names. All of the former Buzz personalities. I know I'd have missed some. Who was your favorite Buzz personality? Over all of the years, who was your favorite Buzz personalities? Deasa was the name that I was trying to think of. I could not think of her name. Wayne Boxmiller, Eric E.T. Thomas. I know I missed out on a lot of names. I don't think I covered them all. I want to think about it. Think about it. And I want to know, who was your favorite show, your favorite personality / personalities, but only if they were all together. Like, you can't be like, my favorite personality was Edna Howe and Jim Klingman. They didn't do a show together. Your favorite Buzz personalities and your favorite show. And of course, why? What is it that you liked about them, or whatever. So think about that for tomorrow. Think about that for tomorrow. All right. Until next time. Nat, no reason to my bad. I know I didn't mention everybody. There's a lot of prominent people that I forgot. But I wasn't trying to run down all of them I actually was trying to run down all of them, and then my 17th degree COVID kicked in, and my 54-year-old brain kicked in, and it just start forgetting stuff. So think about it. All right. Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.